Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Broh-Kahn bringing another story to you today. I chose one entitled Mr. Rabbit and the Lovely Present. This was actually my book when I was a little girl, which of course I've shared with my children, and now I'm going to share it with you. It's very old. It's written by Charlotte Zolotto, and the pictures are by Maurice Sendak. And I don't know whether you've ever heard the story Where the Wild Things Are, but same illustrator did those pictures, those illustrations, as in this book, Maurice Sendak. So it's kind of neat to learn. It's about a present. Why would I be thinking about presents? Well, Mother's Day is coming up, so I wanted to give you guys some ideas. Something that's very, very simple. But you do have to think a little bit about your mom and what she likes. So let's read the story. This one begins here, out in the forest. Mr. Rabbit, said the little girl, I want help. Help, little girl. I'll give you help if I can, said Mr. Rabbit. Mr. Rabbit, said the little girl, it's about my mother. Your mother? Said Mr. Rabbit. It's her birthday, said the little girl. Happy birthday to her then, said Mr. Rabbit. What are you giving her? That's just it, said the little girl. That's why I want help. I have nothing to give her. Nothing to give your mother on her birthday? Said Mr. Rabbit. Little girl, you really do want help. I would like to give her something that she likes, said the little girl. Something that she likes is a good present, said Mr. Rabbit. But what? Said the little girl. Yes, what? Said Mr. Rabbit. She likes red, said the little girl. Red, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her red. Something red, maybe, said the little girl. Oh, something red, said Mr. Rabbit. What is red? Said the little girl. Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there's red underwear. No, said the little girl. I can't give her that. Oh, rooms are red, said Mr. Rabbit. No, we have a roof, said the little girl. I don't want to give her that. There are red birds, said Mr. Rabbit. Red cardinals. No, said the little girl. She likes birds in trees. There are red fire engines, said Mr. Rabbit. No, said the little girl. She doesn't like fire engines. Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there are apples. Good, said the little girl. That's good. She likes apples. But I need something else. What else does she like? Said Mr. Rabbit. Well, she likes yellow, said the little girl. So, yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her yellow. Something yellow, maybe, said the little girl. Oh, something yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. What is yellow? Said the little girl. Boys and girls, can you think of something that is yellow? Well, said Mr. Rabbit, there are yellow taxi cabs. I'm sure she doesn't want a taxi cab, said the little girl. The sun is yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. But I can't give her the sun, said the little girl. Though I would if I could. A canary bird is yellow, said Mr. Rabbit. She likes birds in trees, said the little girl. That's right. You told me, said Mr. Rabbit. Well, butter is yellow. Does she like butter? We have butter, said the little girl. Bananas are yellow. said Mr. Rabbit. Oh, that's good, said the little girl. She likes bananas. I need something else, though. Do you have an idea where the story is going, boys and girls? Well, what else does she like? Said Mr. Rabbit. She likes green, said the little girl. Green, said Mr. Rabbit. You can't give her green. Something green, maybe, said the little girl. Emeralds, said the rabbit. Emeralds make a lovely, lovely gift. I can't afford an emerald, said the little girl. Parrots are green, said Mr. Rabbit. But I know she likes birds and trees. No, said the little girl. Parrots won't do. So now, boys and girls, you're understanding, right? What could be green? Peas and spinach, said Mr. Rabbit. Peas are green, spinach is green. No, said the little girl. We have those for dinner all the time. Caterpillars, said Mr. Rabbit. Some of them are very green. She doesn't care for caterpillars, the little girl said. How about pears, said Mr. Rabbit. Bartlett pears. The very thing, said the little girl. That's the very thing. Now I have apples and bananas and pears. But I need something else. What is it going to be? Boys and girls, do you have an idea? What else does she like? Said Mr. Rabbit. She likes blue, said the little girl. Blue? Well, you can't give her blue, said Mr. Rabbit. Well, something blue, maybe, said the little girl. Well, lakes are blue, said Mr. Rabbit. But I can't give her a lake, you know, said the little girl. Stars are blue. Can't give her stars, the little girl said. But I would if I could. Sapphires make a lovely gift, said Mr. Rabbit. But I can't afford sapphires either, said the little girl. Bluebirds are blue, but I know she likes birds and trees, said Mr. Rabbit. Right, said the little girl. How about grapes, said Mr. Rabbit. Yes, said the little girl. That is good, very good. She likes grapes. Now I have apples and pears, bananas and grapes. That makes a good gift, said Mr. Rabbit. All you need now is a basket. Oh, I have a basket, said the little girl. So she took her basket and she filled it with the green pears, the yellow bananas, and the red apples, and the blue grapes. It made a lovely present. The little girl said, "Thank you for your help, Mr. Rabbit." "Oh, not at all," said Mr. Rabbit. "Very glad to help." "Goodbye now," said the little girl. "Goodbye," said Mr. Rabbit. "And a happy birthday and a happy basket of fruit to your mother." The end. That is the end of our story, Mr. Rabbit and the Lovely Present. Don't go away, I have something else to show you. Just a moment. Okay, boys and girls, so let's talk a little bit about the book, the story, and review some of our color words. So it started off with the little girl wanting to get a present, find a present, a gift for her mom for her birthday. Well, you all are going to be thinking of a gift to give to your moms for Mother's Day, perhaps. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Think of what the little girl did. She thought about the things that her mom liked. She started with colors. So she said her mom liked red, R-E-D, red. And then she thought of something that was red. And she didn't want a fire engine, right? And red cardinals, those are the birds. No, because she liked birds and trees. So she thought, red apples. She likes red apples. What came next? Remember? What color? Yellow. Yes, yellow. 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 What was yellow? Not yellow taxi cabs. No. And the canary birds? Birds and trees. That's right. That's what she said. Her mom liked birds and trees. So what did the little girl think of? With Mr. Rabbit's help? Yellow. Bananas. Excellent. What was the next color? She likes green. 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 So what did they come up with? No, not a caterpillar. Yes, some caterpillars are very green, and not spinach or peas, because the little girl said she had those for dinner all the time. It's a kind of fruit. Pears. Bartlett pears. Hey, good listening. What was the fourth one? Was that fourth color? Blue. Right, boys and girls. Blue. B-L-U-E. Blue. And what did they think of? Yes, a lake is too big. Anything else you remember anything else that was in the story? Oh, they mentioned sapphires. Do you know what a sapphire is? Sapphire is a kind of a gem, a very precious gem. They tend to be very expensive. You'll see them in people's jewelry. The little girl said, I can't afford a sapphire. And she actually also had said that about the green emerald. I kind of forgot to mention that. Oops. Yes. Emeralds are another kind of gem, very expensive. Does the gift have to be something expensive? No. So what did the little girl come up with? That was blue. That would go with the apples, bananas, and pears. Grapes. I know we often don't think of them as blue grapes, but I always say we don't always see everything the same, do we? The same colors, we don't see them all the same way. Just like in the story, it mentioned that the stars in the night sky were blue. Use your imagination a little bit. So those were the four colors. We have red and yellow and green and blue. And all together, she made a lovely gift out of the colors that her mama loved. For a beautiful happy birthday fruit basket. Does that give you any ideas? You have some colored papers or markers. What is your mom's favorite color? Or maybe she's like this little girl's mom. She loves lots and lots of colors. So what have I got behind me here, boys and girls? Ooh, some writing and some letters. Well, you're making a card maybe for mom? You might want to be able to write mom. I know a lot of you have been working on that. And sometimes we don't say mom, we say mommy, but maybe your dads or some grandma and grandpa or somebody will help you with the right word that you actually use for your mom. Okay? M. Practice writing your M. Big M, little m. Mom is M-O-M. You can practice writing just like we would do in school. M-O-M. Here, you might write on your card, if you really want to do a lot of letters, it's Happy Mother's Day. And yes, of course, there's an exclamation point. You might want to add some more things to your card. To mom, from, and then you would write your name. And you might want to write a message. I love you. Once again, I put another exclamation point. And you could put lots of exclamation points. And you know what else I thought you could do? We do this a lot. Watch this one, boys and girls. How about a hug and a kiss and a hug and a kiss and a hug and a kiss? You know what I'm getting at, right? I thought so. So, there's a lovely little story. Mr. Rabbit and a lovely present. Hopefully it'll give you some ideas of some wonderful, lovely presents to give to your mom. And remember, the biggest gift of all is probably that hug and that kiss that you give her every day. Take good care, and I'll be back another time with another story. And happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there.